Diddy Combs found himself at the center of a dramatic and violent confrontation with law enforcement. What was supposed to be a routine raid on his lavish estate quickly escalated into a life-or-death situation, leaving the iconic rapper-turned-entrepreneur wounded and on the run. The details of this harrowing incident have been shrouded in mystery, with conflicting reports and speculation swirling around the internet. But now, for the first time, we can reveal the full, unfiltered account of what transpired that fateful day. A story that will leave you on the edge of your seat, questioning the very nature of power, justice, and the lengths some will go to protect their empire. Join us as we delve into the heart-pounding events that unfolded, from the initial raid to Diddy's desperate attempt to escape, and the shocking aftermath that has left the music industry and the world at large reeling. This is a tale of high-stakes drama, narrow escapes, and the unwavering determination of a man who refuses to be broken, no matter the cost. Brace yourself, because this is a story you won't soon forget. Let's begin. It was a crisp, autumn morning when the federal agents descended upon Diddy's sprawling estate in the heart of Los Angeles. The air was thick with tension as the heavily armed task force surrounded the property, their tactical gear gleaming in the early sunlight. According to eyewitness accounts, the raid was executed with military precision, with agents swarming the grounds and securing the perimeter before making their way towards the main house. Diddy, who was reportedly caught off guard, quickly realized the gravity of the situation and made a split-second decision that would change the course of events forever. As the agents closed in, Diddy sprang into action, making a desperate bid for freedom. Eyewitnesses reported seeing the music mogul sprint through the sprawling estate, dodging and weaving between the agents as they gave chase. In a heart-stopping moment, Diddy is said to have grabbed a firearm, presumably to defend himself, and opened fire on the pursuing agents. The sound of gunshots echoed through the neighborhood, sending shockwaves of fear and confusion through the community. The standoff that followed was nothing short of a cinematic spectacle. Diddy, cornered and outnumbered, continued to exchange fire with the agents, determined to make his escape at all costs. Eyewitnesses described the scene as a chaotic blur of movement, with the agents taking cover and returning fire, their weapons blazing in the morning light. Amid the chaos, Diddy was struck by multiple rounds, his body crumpling to the ground as the agents closed in. The music mogul, once the epitome of power and influence, lay wounded and vulnerable, his fate hanging in the balance. As the dust settled, the full extent of the damage became clear. Diddy, the man who had built an empire on his musical prowess and business acumen, was now fighting for his life, his future uncertain. The agents, shaken but unbroken, secured the scene and began the arduous task of piecing together the events that had unfolded. In the days that followed, the world watched with bated breath as the details of the raid and Diddy's condition slowly emerged. The media frenzy was unprecedented, with reporters and pundits speculating endlessly about the motives behind the operation and the implications for Diddy's vast business interests. As Diddy's condition stabilized and he began his long road to recovery, the investigation into the raid intensified. Rumors swirled about the involvement of powerful political figures, shadowy government agencies, and even rival music industry moguls, all vying for a piece of Diddy's empire. The fallout from the incident was far-reaching, with Diddy's business ventures and personal life thrust into the spotlight. Questions were raised about the legality of the raid, the use of excessive force, and the potential abuse of power by the authorities involved. In the weeks and months that followed, Diddy's supporters rallied around him, organizing protests and calling for a thorough and impartial investigation into the events that had unfolded. The music industry, once a bastion of Diddy's influence, was now divided, with some standing by the embattled mogul and others distancing themselves, fearful of the potential fallout. As the legal battles raged on, Diddy himself remained resolute, vowing to fight for his freedom and his legacy. In a series of emotional interviews, he recounted the harrowing experience, painting a vivid picture of the terror and chaos that had consumed him that fateful day. The world watched with bated breath as the story unfolded, captivated by the high-stakes drama and the implications for the music industry and beyond. Diddy's name became synonymous with the struggle for justice and the fight against the abuse of power, with his supporters hailing him as a symbol of resilience and defiance in the face of overwhelming adversity. As the investigation continued, new revelations and twists emerged, further complicating the narrative and leaving the public to wonder just how deep the rabbit hole went. The fate of Diddy's empire hung in the balance, with the future of his music, his businesses, and his very freedom all hanging in the balance. In the end, the story of Diddy's harrowing escape and the dramatic raid that left him wounded is one that will be remembered for years to come. It is a tale of power, corruption, and the relentless pursuit of justice, a cautionary tale that serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of even the mightiest of empires. As Diddy continues his fight to reclaim his life and his legacy, the world watches with bated breath, eager to see how this high-stakes drama will ultimately unfold.